What's up,
How's it going?
man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Just went back from the mountain with the
What
fam, you know.
what's that?
Just got back from the mountain with the fam.
Oh, for sure. How
Yeah.
was that?
It was good, dude. It was
Good.
good weather up there.
Nice. So, welcome to the podcast episode 3.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. So, do you
Uh,
want to introduce yourself?
well, I'm Cam Poblete. What else you want? I mean, I'm an NPC men's physique competitor. I've been doing this for I don't know since 2014.
Right.
Um, yeah, I moved here in the U.S. last 2016. I've been here for 5 years, and um, I started I started competing again 2019. So
Awesome. So, is everything been going good so far with it?
yeah,
Nice. So, I have a list of questions
sure.
that I thought would be good. So what got you into bodybuilding?
Um, so sorry, that's my computer, but
No, you're good.
it's actually in college you just I just want to look fit like for the girls.
Right.
And then one of my buddies were like, especially in varsity basketball, they all look like jacked, or they all look fit. They all have their abs. They all have their chest. And then all the girls are like into them. So, and
Yeah, for
I was
sure.
like, I was like the like probably the not the I don't look good. So like girls doesn't talk to me or something every time the whole team goes out. So I'm like, I want to look like them. So I started hanging out with them, and I saw how they work out in the gym, and that's how I got into it. And then it just became a lifestyle. And once I saw the results started coming in, like
Hmm.
it became addictive. Like I
Right.
just got hooked into it.
For sure. So, what challenges did you have at the start? Like, what was like the main thing, really, you think?
For me, money, like
Hmm.
resources. In the Philippines, I didn't grow up like I grew up pretty much basically like there's middle class, there's poor, and in the middle. Like
Right.
we get by. Like if you don't have that money, you can't afford like all this nutrition, like all these protein shakes, all this like eggs. I
Hmm.
mean, it's pretty much what I eat is what we have at home. And
Right.
if we have extra, if my mom has an extra money, I
Hmm.
can just, hey mom, can we buy like more eggs or something, or more chicken breast? And like meat in the Philippines is not cheap. Like it's
Really?
yeah, I mean the salary in the Philippines is not that good. Like the
Right.
cost of living is cheap, but
Hmm.
my parents kind of just have the right money for the month or something. Like
Right.
just to get us by with their school, with their food at home, because I have two sisters too.
Oh, okay.
And we're all in school, so
So, like, pretty much getting the amount of food was hard in the beginning, you'd say?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
So, when did you decide that you wanted to chase the pro card?
So like you mean competing, like competitive wise, like
Yeah. So, sorry, we can step back. So, like, what got you into competing?
um so I was starting like so I knew how to like diet and to work out just by YouTube stuff,
Hmm.
just watching a lot of YouTubers. And then I saw my body really progressed, and I wanted to take that to the next level. And like a lot of people in my gym kind of start noticing, like, you can compete, right? Because you have that physique. and
Right.
and even then, like, Jeremy Buendia was the king of men's physique. So I was like, I like Jeremy Buendia. I like what he's doing. I've been following him for a while. And so I was like, well, maybe I want to do men's physique. Like, it's board shorts, and
Right.
I don't want to wear thongs back then. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I,
for
I
sure.
I respect you, brother. Like,
Right,
but
yeah.
it's just not me, bro. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I can maybe classic physique if classic physique was like a thing before, but it wasn't. Like,
Right,
and then men's physique was just, Sadiq Hadzovic, like Jeremy Buendia was killing it. Uh, yeah,
right.
that's how I started competing. 2014. There's a mutant bodybuilding championship in the Philippines. It's a big competition. And then I have a friend that is a coach, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna compete in this competition. Do you want to join me?" And
Okay.
I joined there, and like, there's a lot of people in my gym that saw me there and was like, "Damn, I didn't know you can look this. I mean, you look this good."
Right.
And then I ended up getting sixth place overall
Oh
on the
wow.
first competition ever that I did, and I was like, "Damn, I'm really good at this."
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have potential in this, so
Right.
that's when I started competing, and
Hmm.
then I moved here in the U.S. in 2016. I kind of waited until 3 years because I couldn't find a coach.
Right.
Like, I've I've hit a lot of coaches, and they're just like all wishy-washy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I found Cuts because I've been following Cuts. I've been following all of his athletes for a while since I was in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
And then 2019, I started with him, and I won my first overall in the US in NPC, men's physique. So that's when it all changed for me. Like I know I have the best coach. I know I have the physique,
Hmm.
and why not chase for the pro card?
For
Like,
sure. Yeah, you have all
try
the
to
right
be
tools.
yeah, try to be a pro. I have money now. Like, I can't afford food now. I can't afford nutrition. I can't afford everything pretty much.
Okay, good.
Bodybuilding wise, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I can afford the resources that I need,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
and yeah, that's. I mean, why not? I mean, have fun with it, like
Hmm.
while you're doing it, and if you get a pro card, that's awesome.
Right. So when you get your pro card, are you just gonna take it as far as you can? Or you
Yeah,
not?
I mean,
Yeah.
Olympia is a goal. Like,
Right. Oh, for
I want to
sure.
do the Olympia, bro, or at least Arnold Classic. Do some pro shows. Um, but then, I just want to take it till
Right.
till I can't anymore. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
or what if I'm meant for the Olympia or something? You'll never know.
Yeah. All right. You never know till you try.
Yeah, just keep trying. Just have the vision, and like at least believe that you'll be able to get there at some point.
Right. So what keeps you motivated? Because bodybuilding can be really hard because it's so repetitive and you can get in like a loop. Like what gets you motivated or keeps you motivated?
Dude, honestly, that's a tough question because we all go through these moments where we're not motivated. I think what keeps me going is just the thought of losing,
Hmm.
or like, I mean, it's I know it's not a good thing to like let what other people think of you affect you.
Right.
That's my biggest fear. Like, I don't want to quit until I get my goal is because I don't want people to say something like, "Oh, he just quit."
Right.
Like,
For sure.
you know, like, he's a loser. He quitted. Like,
Yeah. You don't want to let anybody down, really.
yep, yep. Or like, especially the people that believes in me,
Right.
even myself. Like, I've wasted all this time and this energy and this effort, and
Hmm.
and plus, like, for me, motivation will not always be there. So, and this is a lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. So I'm always gonna be in the gym. Like, I'm always gonna prepare my meals. It's just a matter of what do I want with it. Like,
Right.
am I gonna compete, or am I just gonna look good
Yeah. Yeah.
for
For
the,
sure.
for the sake of it? But
Hmm.
then I'm motivated to compete because I want to get somewhere,
Right.
and that vision is what keeps me hungry.
For
Like,
sure.
no matter what, if like whatever I feel or unmotivated or whatever, I'll keep showing up. Like, I'll
Right.
try to be there until I get there,
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. That makes sense. Um. Yeah, that makes sense. So what do you do for work again?
I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse.
So how do you get all your meals in as a nurse? Because I know that could be pretty difficult, or it seems like it can be.
Yeah, it is. It is actually. So I bring all my meals at work,
Right.
and I work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Like, I'm a night shift guy, so
Mhm.
my morning is pretty much at night. So I
Okay.
start my breakfast around like o'clock in the afternoon. I wake up, eat my breakfast, and like go to the gym and eat my second meal.
Hmm.
And my third, fourth, and fifth meal, I bring it to work.
Right. Okay.
and I just eat there pretty much every 2 hours. Like I'll bring my rice and my chicken breast and rice, my steak and rice, and another fish and rice or chicken breast and rice or something.
Right.
And because my last meal is just a protein shake and a peanut butter, so I'll
Okay.
just take that when I get home and go to bed.
Right. So you seem to have it figured out pretty well, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But then every once in a while, I mean, it gets busy at work, especially in my
Yeah.
unit. So I won't be able to finish my meals because patients are dying and you can't like
Right.
we gotta eat.
Yeah. Kind of have
Like,
to wait
hey,
for
my
someone.
patient's dying over there. I gotta eat.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
So I can't
Yeah.
leave. It takes a lot of like balance, or like you gotta prioritize stuff sometimes.
Yeah, so how do you like, because I know as a bodybuilder, it's kind of hard to have balance, you know? So how do you balance everything with like friends and family and stuff and even work?
Um, honestly, I'm blessed to have a family or friends that are supportive.
Hmm.
I think that's what makes this easier, is because they understand that my lifestyle won't always be like will always fit their lifestyle, like so
Yeah.
if we're going out, like I can't eat what they're eating
Hmm.
and they won't force me to eat it, so I'm able to like go to their party or something.
Right.
Or I plan ahead when it
Okay.
comes to like friends and family or hanging out.
That
uh,
makes sense.
and I think what I think also is like I just like have fun with it,
Hmm.
like with my leisure time. Like I don't overthink, or as long as I get as long as I bring my meals in, like I'm
Right.
good. Like even if I'm in a party, I bring my meals.
For
Like
sure.
I'll be the only guy. I'll be that guy, like drinking protein shake
Oh
while
yeah.
everybody's partying, or eating my meals while everybody's eating pizza.
Yeah, really do just do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, sir. So you make content, right? Like you do
Mhm.
pictures and film.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you stay motivated to do that?
Honestly, it's my way out. Like it's kind of like my like my way out, other than or my me time,
Right.
my stress reliever sometimes. Like, I mean, I get burned out as a bodybuilder and as a nurse,
Hmm.
and those are when I'm doing those kind of like photography or videography. I'm kind of like at peace. Like
Right.
I'm not thinking about the bodybuilding. I'm not thinking about my career, and it pretty much. And I like doing it. I like to get better at it. So it kind of forced me to have a different like passion aside from bodybuilding and like
Right.
nursing in general.
So it's like another outlet, pretty
Yep.
much.
Yep.
For sure. So are you trying to get anywhere with that? Like start a YouTube channel or anything? Or sorry, not start, but how far do you want to take your YouTube channel?
I wanna take it as far as I can, but right now it's just I'm too busy like with
Yeah.
life, and like my wife is pregnant. Like I'm gonna have a
Oh
baby,
wow.
and
Congrats.
oh yeah, you didn't know, dude.
No.
Yeah, I would have a baby. We just figured out we're gonna figure out the gender here pretty soon. We already have it. It's just we gave it to our friends so we can do our gender reveal party.
Nice.
But
Okay.
pretty much it's just life. And
Right.
COVID, being a nurse, um, it's just sometimes I get tired from work and I just want to rest and focus on the bodybuilding part.
Right.
I can't like I'm trying to balance everything with YouTube, bodybuilding, nursing, and my life. So
Yeah,
if I have time to do it, I'll do it.
for sure.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah. So what
Uh,
advice do you have for like the next generation coming up or like that you've seen?
Um, don't don't be hard on yourself, or like don't be hard on yourself, and don't get caught with social media, or
Right.
like with the Instagram stuff, or um, just focus on yourself. Like
Hmm.
focus on the things that will help you be better. Follow the right people, um, listen to the right people, and everybody can be a coach, but not everybody can be a good coach.
Right. Right.
You gotta find the right circle for you. Friends, women, like all those affects your what are you gonna be in the next 5 years?
Right.
Even if you're a bodybuilder or whatever you want to be, you gotta have the right circle. And,
Right. That makes sense.
um, another thing is uh, like just I don't know, just keep your head down, like just be humble, and 'cause
Right.
the humble you are, the more you can listen and like gather more information and just keep it to yourself and kind of just process stuff by yourself, you know?
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. So let me look at my paper again. My bad.
You're good, dude.
Um. So, how, how do you deal with haters? Because I'm sure with the social media you've dealt probably with some haters. Like,
Yeah.
how do you deal with it?
Uh, dude, like I'm always, I don't know. Um, I don't pay attention to them. I mean, you'll feel certain people always beefing with you for no reason,
Right.
but then just keep doing you. Like if I mean, every once in a while, I like clap back.
Oh
Like
yeah. Oh
I'll
yeah.
like I like post something on my just to trigger them, but then it plays with my mind sometimes. Like, oh, why am I paying attention to this? Like, why am I giving into this?
Right.
And yeah, the more you ignore them, the more they'll hate you, and the more they'll focus on you and not their goals. But you're
Mhm.
out here just being focused on your goals and just like not entertaining the haters because I mean that won't help you in the long run.
Right. No,
Like,
for
a lot of
sure.
people are beefing with everybody, like
Hmm.
for what? Like why can't we all just? I mean, if you're my hater, I'll still like support you. Like that's just me. Like
Hmm.
I want to support you till you like know me that I'm not the person you should hate. You know,
Right.
because I'm like I'll help you if I can help you. Like
Right.
I
That
mean,
makes sense.
I mean sometimes I can be intimidating, like especially in the gym.
Yeah.
But if you talk to me, I mean I'm probably just in the zone. Like, but if you talk to me, like, what up, bro? Like I can't like what do you need? Or like
Right.
whatever
Right.
you need, I'm here. Like, let's talk about this. Like I like talking to people, I like connecting to people.
For sure. So, who like going through bodybuilding? Who did you look up to the most? Like, who's been your most inspiration?
Oh, that's well, I think like before when I was starting, Kai Green. Kai Green definitely.
Yeah.
Um, Kai Green and Zadik Hadzovic
Okay.
on Men's Physique. He's always been the second, like, but I like how he just kept going and he didn't give up. I mean, even if he didn't win the Olympia, he's still there.
Oh yeah.
Like I like the underdog stories.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Um, those are the people that affected me the most when it comes to like bodybuilding. Like I follow them a lot. I mean, Jeremy Buendia um, is always going to be an inspiration.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I don't hate him, but I just
Hmm.
don't like the way he handled himself the past few years of his like prime.
Right. Right.
I still respect the guy. Like I love the
Oh
guy.
yeah.
I wish he can come back. And he's a Filipino. That's why I can't. Like he's the king. He's always going to be the king of men's physique for me.
Right. Yeah. There was a lot of controversy with him.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. So, do you think later on in bodybuilding you'll try a different division? Like you're talking about classic, maybe, or is men's physique just is that it?
That I can't answer right now
Okay.
because I'm I'm into men's physique, but maybe if I grow, like if I graduate, like my physique gets to another level, I might
Right.
start trying classic physique, like do a local show and see how it goes. And yeah, but for now I'm focused on men's physique.
For sure. For sure. So, do you mind if I ask you some training questions?
Sure.
So, what's your training style like? Is it high volume or is it low volume?
Ours is kind of like progressive overload.
Okay.
I don't really know if it's a high volume or low volume because we start like we do a lot of like feeder sets before I mean for a workout. You know, like if we're doing
Hmm.
incline dumbbell presses, we'll start with like let's say 60
Hmm.
and do like 8 to 10 reps until we reach 90.
Okay.
And then 90 is our first set. That's just the
Right.
first set. Like those other sets are just feeder sets, just to try to warm up your body. And then once we hit that first set mark, we keep it from 6 to 8 reps, and
Okay.
just keep going up.
Right.
Keep going up. If you're hitting 8, keep going up until
Okay.
you hit 6.
Right.
Once you hit 6, you can add a little bit more, but if you hit less than 6, that means it's too heavy.
Right.
Like if you stay on that like training style, it'll just force you to grow. Like this this week you're doing that for 8 reps, and then 2 weeks later you're doing that for 10 reps. So you got to keep increasing now,
Right. Okay.
and that's how you do progressive overload.
Right.
And that's what helps you grow. I mean, different people has different style of training, but that's just work. That's what works for me.
Right. That makes
Keep it
sense.
on the heavy side, but still has like a little bit of range in it. I don't do 12 to 15. That's nonsense. Like for bodybuilders, like
Yeah, it
I
can
mean,
burn
there's
you
always
out
a good day for that. But if you want to grow, like progressive overload is always king.
for sure. So, like throughout the years of training, have you always been a pretty, like I guess motivated, but have you always been a hard worker in the gym and dieting?
Yeah, I take pride in it. But like what I said, every once in a while you get into these phases where you screw up everything. Like it's
Right.
not always there. I mean, we're just we're human beings. Like we can't. I mean, right now I'm struggling too, like with my diet. I mean, I'm always at the gym. You'll always see me in the gym, but
Right.
sometimes I'll screw up my diet. Like I'll miss a meal, or like I'm tired, I'll just sleep and
Yeah.
not eat for the entire night or the entire day. But you know, we try and just get back and get back with the grind.
Right. That makes sense.
That's what separates us from others. Like
Yeah, for sure.
even though, because when others once they hit that point, they just quit. Like it just goes downhill from there.
Yeah, for
Us,
sure.
we try until we get to that momentum again.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's not always hardcore. It's not always go
Mm-mm.
hard or go home.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm glad we live in a generation where bodybuilders can vlog their life completely and show like the sides that bodybuilders aren't always going to be perfect
Hmm.
and they screw up and life happens.
Hmm.
um yeah, I mean, sorry, I lost track of what I was gonna
Especially
say.
Chris Bumstead, man. Like that dude, if you watch his vlogs, like I mean, you'll see him struggling, but he doesn't show it. But like the way he talks about his life, it's not perfect,
Right.
but he tries. Like especially like the last 2 years while he was struggling with his health and his autoimmune disease or something. I mean, he was like really emotional about it, but he
Mhm.
still made it to the Olympia. He finished his prep,
Yeah.
and won the second time. That's when he first won his first Olympia.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's
That's
insane.
crazy. For you
Yeah.
to like be in a hospital for like a couple months and know that you might die from your autoimmune disease and still finish prep. That's
That's how you have passion for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of who I look up to right now, it's Chris Bumstead, man.
Chris Bumstead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good
Bumstead is,
one.
is my number one YouTube that I'm always on right now.
Right. Is there anything specific besides what you just said?
Like, what do you mean?
Like what motivates, like you said you look up to him, like what motivates?
Oh, with for about Chris Bumstead?
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. It's just he's young. Like he's probably younger than we. Like, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh damn, he's probably like 24, 25, and for
Yeah.
him to like reach that level at a young age, isn't it? Isn't it like inspiring, dude? Like
Yeah.
he was 19, he was a pro. I think he was young when he turned pro. Like when I was 19, like I was just like fucking around. Like
Yeah, no,
I don't
seriously.
even know. I don't even know what I was doing.
Yeah, I think he was like I think 20. I was watching a video. I think about 20 he turned pro and open because
Mm-hmm.
that's all they had around then. And
We,
then he went to classic as soon as it opened up.
yep, yep.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened. I mean, he was just freakishly strong, like
right.
since he was young. So, and his story is he was an underdog too, you
Oh
know,
yeah, definitely.
and now he's just on top of his game.
I
Like,
know at my age, or I think even younger, he was jacked. Like
mhm.
he was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah. So are you planning on doing any more shows this year?
Right now it's just all a blur. Like, I want to do a show before my baby comes.
Okay, for sure.
I mean, there's not a lot of shows. I mean, all the shows are like I won't have time for them. So
Right.
right now it's just me and my coach is just trying to grow and see what show can we do along the way.
Right. So it's pretty much just an off season right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like just an off season. Are you bulking or maintaining or what are you doing?
I'm kind of like lean bulking, like
Okay.
because we'll never know when he's gonna give me the green light. All right, let's do the show.
Okay.
That way we can like probably cut for like 8 weeks or something or 10 weeks.
Right. So he's pretty much the eyes for you.
Yep. Right
That
now
that
I'm
makes sense.
like I'm like light. Like I'm 175 right now. I was 165 on stage.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I was
Dang.
165 on stage right now. I'm 175. We want to try to like get at least if I'm full bulking, I want to go up to like 200. But then he changed my plan. Like he just wants me to like take it slow. I mean,
Mhm.
we're trying to grow into a show. That's the plan.
Right.
So hopefully I can be at least 10 pounds heavier
Okay.
than my last show.
So what was the last show? What was the name of it again?
It was NPC USA's.
Are you gonna try to do that again to get your pro card, do you think, or is it just up whatever your coach
Um,
says?
I think I won't have time for it this year because
Okay.
the only reason it was in December last year is because of COVID. And
Okay.
it's usually in July and it's in Vegas. So I don't know if I have time for it. Or I don't know, July or but yeah, it's coming soon. The NPC
Okay.
says.
For sure. For sure.
So I don't know, man, honestly.
Just taking are you just gonna take a year off maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Or do an
Yeah.
East Coast show.
Right. So, um, like in the future, if you get your pro card and stuff, do you plan on if you get the chance to get any sponsorship deals or any contracts,
Hmm.
would you plan on taking anything? And would you maybe one day start your own like supplement line?
For sure, yeah, dude, that would be awesome. Um, like I've sent application to like a lot of, I mean, not a lot. I've sent application to Rule One. Like I like Rule One,
Right.
but they won't probably even notice me right now. Like,
Just give me
you
time,
know,
bro.
yeah, like I have like freaking, I don't know, I have low followers in my Instagram, but I try. I mean, I want to be on that level too.
Right.
But right now it's just about putting in work, like the other
Definitely.
people.
I mean, especially these days, if you want a contract and stuff too, you have to have a good social media presence.
Yeah, I know
That's a big thing.
that's kind of like fucked up, but
It
it is what it is, bro. Like
yeah,
that's how it goes right now. That's business. You can't blame it.
I know. I mean, it really does make it harder for people like us, because I mean, back in the day, they obviously had to work really hard for it,
Hmm.
but in the same sense, I feel like it was kind of handed over. And now these days, we really have to work hard just to get noticed. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, because before there's not a lot of like influencers. I don't
No.
know if you know, like the OG ones are Chris Lovato, um, Matt Ogus,
Hmm.
like all this like Gymshark dudes. I miss those
Right.
Gymshark, the old school Gymshark dudes, man.
Yeah.
They were the ones that I've grew up following, like Chris Lovato, Legends of Aesthetics, who like Physiques of Greatness, now Pump Chasers, Chris Jones,
Right.
Mark Lobliner. Like there's not a lot of like YouTube or Instagram influencers before, and
Right.
just to see them like benefit or profit from the industry now, it's mind blowing. Like
Yeah,
they're at the
definitely.
top of the food chain because they started super young. Even who's this kid, David Late, you know,
Yeah.
and all of his buddies, like Stephen Cow, my teammate, like they started really young,
Right. For
and
sure.
like I'm happy for them, you know. Like I wish
Hmm.
I had that resources or that um like opportunity when I was their age, but you know, didn't.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Yeah. So, um, so you think Instagram has completely changed competitive bodybuilding? Because now, like you told me, we see influencers, and there's not many people I notice that want to compete but become a Instagram star.
mhm.
If that makes sense. Like, what's your view on that?
For me, it's just like your personal preference, you know.
Hmm.
Um, People sometimes just, I mean, if if they're thinking about the business side and not compete, then I'm all for it for them. You know, I'm happy for them. But
Right.
for me, I'm kind of just like I wouldn't say Instagram changed the bodybuilding community because I've seen, especially when I did the USA's, I've seen a lot of like people that I follow on Instagram that has like huge followers,
Hmm.
and they didn't actually win. Like they were like second, third call outs, and I was surprised. Like
Oh wow.
you look good on Instagram, and you know you see them there. I mean, they're jacked, but it's a national show. You know, a lot of people will come there like prepared too, like looking their best. So I
Right.
mean, I wouldn't say Instagram changed bodybuilding. It's still like you got to put in the work if you really want to win
Yeah,
on the
definitely.
show. It's not just because you have a big follower, the judges will
Mm-mm.
choose you.
That makes sense. Yeah, some people think that politics go into play, but I don't really think that. But
Dude, I don't even know. Like, they don't even know who I am. And
yeah, I know. It's
I got first call outs. I was like, God damn. Like, I
I
mean,
think yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I mean, I think, I mean, politics is politics. Like,
Hmm.
um, but then, you know, if you come undeniable, like, judges will see that.
Yeah,
Just come undeniable, bro. Like, put in the work, and like you might win, you might not, but at least you know you come there with a mindset of I'm gonna win this freaking show. Like I want to
yeah,
win overall, you know.
definitely,
I mean, it didn't happen for me, but that's always gonna be my mindset. Like
for sure.
if you come to a show with me that I'm or like if you're gonna step on a show that I'm in, like you better bring it because I'm bringing it.
Right. So
No,
have you always had that mindset with every show you've done? Like, first of all, how many shows have you done?
uh, so I've done one in the Philippines, I mean two in the Philippines, and then the Eagle, and then the USA. So four in
Okay, for
total.
sure. So
And
have you always gone in with the mindset that you're gonna win, or
yeah,
have you, for sure, really?
yeah, I'm always like, at least I want to win my class, you know,
Yeah, definitely. You know, that's a good thing to have.
or like I'm always gonna come there at my best. Like I wouldn't come there like thinking that I wish I could have done more. I mean, I've had moments of that like I wish I could have done more, you know. But then go into a show, I'm always once I'm backstage, like
Hmm.
everything's off. Like I turn
Right.
into a different person. Like I mean, I'm still nice, you know. Like I
Oh
talk to
yeah,
everybody, but then my mindset is just I'm freaking gonna win this. Like
for sure.
I'm gonna step up there and just do my best.
Right. And
Like I
that's
don't the nerves doesn't get in the way. Like I like the stage. I like being up there. Like that's my shit. Like I like
right.
showing. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I'm a showman. You know, like
Yeah,
I like being in front of people and trying to like dance or sing or something. So upstage is just I'm happy when I'm upstage. Like,
right. So you feel at peace, or like
mhm,
you just feel good.
yeah.
So what was your very first show? Like, what was the experience like? Were you super nervous, or were you just like cool, or
Uh, it was. I was a little bit not too nervous, but I was just like happy to be there. Like I wasn't even thinking about anything. I was just this is my
huh.
first show. I'm gonna start, you know, like hitting my poses, and I was just in the moment. And then I got first call outs. I was like, what the heck? And there, like a lot of my friends are like they can't believe it.
Right.
because it was a big show, dude. Like Philippines, the bodybuilding in the Philippines, you should see it.
Is
It's
big?
crazy, yeah. Like
Damn.
especially Asia, like India, Philippines, like a lot of parts in Asia, it's big. But anyway, yeah, I mean, on my first show, I wasn't really thinking about anything. I just went there and had fun. But I know I look good.
Hmm.
But then being backstage, I'm always like, oh my gosh, like this dude looks jacked. Like he
Right.
can probably win it. Like I don't want to be against this guy. But then I end up beating those guys. Like
Hmm.
it takes it takes something like the judges. You can't really tell what they want or what they want to see on an athlete.
Right.
No, you can be big and jacked at the same time, but if the judges don't want to see that, then
Right.
they'll pick a guy like me, I would say.
Mhm.
Like there's a guy, I mean, there's a lot of guys in my lineup that I thought I was gonna lose to them.
And then you ended up beating him.
Yeah.
Dang. So
Like
like,
I beat my like there's this guy that I look up to in the Philippines when I first competed, and he was there. Like he represented Philippines in like amateur Asia, like Olympia amateurs, Arnold amateurs Asia, and then he was eighth place and I was sixth place. And
dang,
I was like, wow,
that's crazy, bro.
that's crazy. I was like, I mean, I even like asked for a picture from him because I've really like followed this guy and I really admire this guy. And just to be able to do that, that was like a turning point for me. Like, I mean, I think I'm good at this, so I might
Yeah,
continue doing it.
definitely. For sure. So like mentally, if someoe's struggling and they get super nervous competing and stuff, what tip would you give them?
Ooh, just picture everybody naked.
They basically are. I mean, when you're
Look at the
bodybuilding.
lights. Just look at the lights. Smile. Because the lights are, they're too bright, and
Right.
if you
I
can't
mean,
if you can't see the people, I mean, that's what helps me. Like sometimes, I'll just
yeah, okay.
look at the lights and then I'll look at the judges, because that's all you gotta focus on, the judges,
Hmm.
and just take a deep breath, I guess, and just remember that you're in that moment,
Right.
and you've worked so hard to like be in that moment. You don't want to mess it up just because you're nervous, or
Hmm.
you don't allow the nerves to get to you.
Yeah, for sure.
At least do something. um I mean, you'll miss some poses. I've done that before. Like I've had some poses in mind that I didn't wasn't able to do because I was kind of nervous and anxious at the same time.
Right.
What helps me is just I just look at the bright lights and smile at the judges
Right. That
while I'm
makes
there.
sense. So when you first wanted to get into bodybuilding, how did your family react? Like, were they supportive from day one, or did they?
Mm. They were supportive. Like
Awesome.
you should have heard my mom when I was in USA's. Oh my god. My
Damn, bro.
mom was like, "That's my son." I was a grown ass man, and then my mom was there, and people were just like, "I wish that was my mom."
Right.
Yeah, they were super supportive from the start, especially my dad. My dad's the biggest fan.
Oh, awesome. That's great.
Yeah, even my
Yeah.
wife, two of my sisters, like they even
Okay, good.
my sisters are like 19 and 16, and they went to the USA's with me,
Right.
and
Okay,
they were probably
awesome.
shocked with what they've seen. Like
Yeah.
all these women that just jacked,
I
and
yeah,
it was mind blowing for them.
right. I mean, I've never been to a bodybuilding competition yet.
Hmm.
I'd like to watch one, but I mean, I do plan to compete in like probably another year,
Hmm.
but it seems like a really good experience. It seems fun.
It is. Even like
Yeah.
we can watch Pack Coast. It's in May, or
Oh,
there's a
really?
lot of local shows that we can watch.
Awesome. And Stone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you've talked to him. He's doing the Cascadian
Oh,
in
that's
Bend.
in Bend. Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm most likely gonna go to that one for sure. But
yeah, dude. Why not compete?
I want to give myself a little more time.
Gotcha,
I want to
dude.
grow some
There's
more.
yeah, there's just do it, man. Just have that experience.
For
It's,
sure.
it's an eye opener.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you get to see if you really want it, or
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm working with my coach right now, and he says that because I do want to go in for open class. So
Mhm.
we just want to give it more time, let my body grow more, and I'm not trying to rush into it completely, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
that's smart.
I'm definitely practicing my posing. I'm trying to do more than once a week, but especially practicing in between my workouts. I've
Yeah,
been
it would
trying to do
help.
that.
Like the more you do it, and like bodybuilding poses, man, they're so hard. And imagine if you're nervous, like
Hmm.
you might forget what pose you're supposed to, or like it would be twice as hard.
Right.
The more you're comfortable with your posing, the better.
Okay, that makes sense. And when you get ready for shows, do you practice like every day, pretty
I
much?
practice at least, yeah, every after workout or at home or in the bathroom or like with my posing coach every once in a while because that's expensive too, so I can't keep doing that.
Yeah.
But I'll do that maybe twice, and then I'll just remember all the things that he taught me, and just
Right.
practice in front of a mirror.
Right. And so when you're so depleted at a show, is it hard to like pose like that, or like what's it like?
Man, physique wise, it's not as bad,
Okay.
but classic physique or bodybuilding, I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's super hard. Like just
Right.
to hold on to poses and just to like hold your breath for like a couple seconds, 5 seconds. That's hard.
Yeah, it looks hard.
But men's physique, it's I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's
Hmm.
not as hard as compared to you guys, like bodybuilding
Okay.
physique, because we only have a front pose and a back pose, and we don't even. I mean, we flex our abs. That's it.
Right.
Like,
I, I haven't I haven't really looked into men's physique too much. I haven't really actually seen a whole lot of it. So like what's the posing routine like?
so it's just a front pose and a back pose,
Hmm.
and men's physique was started because it was mainly started for like a beach body kind of look.
Okay.
Like the poses that we're doing right now wasn't even a thing before Jeremy Buendia.
Oh
Like
wow.
Jeremy Buendia changed the whole scene, like size wise, posing wise. He was the bar before, and
Right.
that just kind of like um, people just kind of like started doing that after him. So like he was doing this, so might as well do that. And
Right.
that has just been the bar with the judges, with the athletes, and it all changed from there. Like, I mean, but pretty much it's just but I mean, front post, it's up to you if you wanna angle a little bit or
Hmm.
just straight up front post. I always angle
Right.
and a back post. That's it.
For sure. So, in men's physique, what do you get judged on the most? Is it more of condition, or
Yeah,
is it just okay? Because
like
I'm not too
condition,
sure.
conditioning, and a little bit of size, but not too big. I know a lot of guys that struggled with it. Like
Mm,
I, I mean, I have a lot of teammates that's having a hard time because the judges doesn't like their look. But I mean, they always say, "Oh, you're too big for men's physique. You know, you gotta
oh
step up
wow.
to the your muscles are too mature for men's physique."
Okay.
And even not just in men's physique, even in bikinis, like
Mm.
bikini athletes, judges don't like the hard look. You know, like the dry, super ripped look when you're a bikini athlete.
Right.
I don't
That
know
makes sense.
what they usually look for, but like I've known a lot of friends or I've known a lot of people that move up to figure or wellness just because of it, or they try to gain more like fats coming into the show, or they try not to look as hard or as ripped.
Right. So, do you think some people are like for men's physique, some people just aren't don't have the genetics, like they're either too big for it. Like, you think it takes a certain
I don't think
type
it's
of
the
person?
genetics. I think it's just the way they perceive stuff when it comes
Okay.
to physique. Like, oh, I'll come there, I'll train and be as big as I can and be
Hmm.
as ripped as I can, and they go there and the judges end up looking at them like, what is this dude doing in this division?
Right.
Like you should be wearing a classic physique shorts or a bodybuilding um yeah, I don't know how you call that, thong or something. I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I'm over
posing
it.
trunks.
Yeah, posing trunks, there you go.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh
Bad.
no, you're good, dude. I'm gonna be honest with
Oh
you.
god.
I'm gonna be
Anyway,
on.
bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Ah, but yeah.
No, when I first looked at it, I thought it was weird, but then like I looked behind why people compete and stuff, and it's more than just coming on stage looking shredded and ripped. It's a
Mhm,
lot. There's a lot of reasons people do it, and it's like it's a passion that you either have it or you don't. You know what I mean?
mhm.
I feel like it's
It,
one of those things.
it all boils down to one thing: balance, symmetry.
Hmm.
Like,
Right.
you can't be freakishly looking. I mean, there's some people that are really freaks, you know,
Yeah.
but sometimes when you have that balance and symmetry, like you'll overcome this a lot of these athletes that are just like genetically freakish.
Right.
That's what I always aim for sometimes. Like that's why I focus on myself because
Hmm.
I know what I'm capable of. I know what my body's capable of and how it looks
Right.
backstage. You know, feel like I have a good symmetry. I just need to like work more on it.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll get intimidated by bigger dudes.
Right.
And I come to think like maybe I have a chance of beating them because I have better definition, better symmetry.
Right. That makes sense. So, um, I was gonna ask you, since you're in men's physique, does your training style and diet have to be a certain way in order to get a certain look, or does it? What's that like?
I don't think so. I train the same as like what bodybuilder does. You know,
Hmm.
they're they just their prep or their cycle is different.
Okay.
Like their diet is different. Like they eat more.
Right.
I mean, I still eat more. Like I still eat my calories, but I mean, training wise, it's no different.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of difference between my training style and my bodybuilders, the other bodybuilders' training style. Like we pretty much sometimes work out together.
Okay. That makes sense. I was just curious because I wasn't completely sure.
Yeah,
But yeah. So, how's everything else going?
it was good, man. Like
Good.
life's doing great. There's ups and downs, but
Right.
we're still here.
Yeah, bro. So, is there anything you want to plug in before we wrap it up?
Uh,
Any social media?
like I mean, follow my YouTube. It's Skin Poblete Fit. I mean, you guys are following it. Maybe you can just put a
Yeah.
link down below or something.
I'll link everything up. Don't worry. But
Yeah.
it's like you want to say
Um,
something.
and I'll try to like update you guys again. I mean, I haven't been on my YouTube grind just because
Hmm.
of life or things that are happening.
No, it's all good.
But yeah,
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, bro. I really appreciate it.
dude, you're welcome anytime, man. Like
Yeah. I
let's do
hope.
this again.
Yeah,
Like
bro. For sure. I'm down.
it's fun. It's super fun.
Yeah, and I wanted to get you and the other guys on too, and then we can just mess around or do whatever.
Yeah, dude. Like
Yeah, bro.
we can like talk about different stuff other than bodybuilding too, and kind of just
Oh yeah,
you know
definitely.
that would be nice.
Yes, sir. All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Take it easy.
Having me, man.
What's that?
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no
I
problem,
really
bro.
appreciate you.
For sure.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Peace out.
Bye. All right, thank you for watching episode 3. Please subscribe, like, and comment your favorite part of the video.